Helping the families that come in to us is one of the greatest feelings a person can have. It's a place of honor for us to do. I have one example that I carry in my heart every day. That was from Bob and Dar. They had came into my office. I immediately knew who Bob was. He works at a big box store that my husband and I frequent. So I knew that I knew him but couldn't place him. They had came in to get a memorial for their son and their granddaughter. Dar, the mother or the grandmother, had retired on May 31st, and they had a little retirement party for her that afternoon. And that night her son, who lived with them, went with him and his daughter down to the cities. On the way back that next morning, he was going to be helping a friend do chores, and they were killed by a drunk driver driving down the wrong way on a two-way. Alex was killed immediately. Vea died 23 days later in the hospital down in the cities. She never ever woke up from the accident. She was 3 years old. That one totally took my heart away. I helped them design their memorial. They chose to have a memorial with an angel on the side. And there was 4 components, basically what they had. They had a picture of Alex and Vea on the top corner. They had Dar's hand wrapped with Vea's hand with a rosary around it, because every day in the hospital, Dar would pray the rosary with Vea for a miracle. And that miracle ended up being that she went back to heaven with her father. They also had a cross on that memorial with some butterflies, and that was to signify that they both flew back up to heaven and that God accepted them. And on the back, the night that Vea had passed away in the hospital, when Dar finally got a chance for a decent night's rest, she had a dream that they were walking through a field of daisies. And there was a John Deere tractor in that field, and that was one of Alex's prized possessions that he liked to work on. And it just showed 2 people, a father and a little daughter, walking through this field of daisies. And at the last moment, Dar had called and said that Vea was always holding a little teddy bear. So at the very last minute, our wonderful designer Raven put a little teddy bear in her hand, and they just walked. And that is just one that it will forever stay in my heart, absolutely forever. And they were both very young, and it just took my breath away. And that is what makes me want to come into work every day, to tell these stories for people that can't tell them anymore for themselves.